So, hello guys. Uh, I just want to discuss to you the concept of reinforced concrete and its purpose. Okay. So, remember that for reinforced concrete, uh, reinforce. It has two major components. Okay. Which is, of course, a concrete and steel, specifically is RSB or reinforcing steel bar. Okay, so for reinforced concrete, what we are dealing with is, we all know that concrete is good in compression, while steel will provide tension. So these two uh, combine in order to support each other. Okay, so concrete is good in reinforce concrete is good for compression force, and while reinforcing steel bar will provide tension capacity. Okay, therefore by combining these two will give you a specific composite material which is called reinforced concrete. Okay, so in reinforced concrete, uh, we can determine the sizes. We can determine uh, the number of bars. We can determine the spacing of the bars. Okay, so for this reinforced concrete, okay, by combining this one, okay, we can design beams, and of course for beams we will have here size determination, we have also here number of RSB, we can have also here determine whether it is singly or doubly. Okay, of course, what else we can have here, the ties, stirrups, spacing. Okay, and of course for beam, we will also tackle the T-beams, and of course we have also here torsion. Okay, so for beams we can determine the size, okay, base times D, number of bars, how many reinforcing steel bar you need for compression and for tension. Then from that also we can have whether it is singly or doubly. Then for the stirrup spacing, which is under the shear reinforcement. Then we have also T-beams and for the torsional. Okay, so what else? We have also here columns. The same for columns, we can determine also the size, the number of reinforcing steel bar, the spacing of the ties. Okay, of course we will use NSCP here. Okay, we will use NSCP 2010 and 2015. Okay, what else? We will have also slab. So whether it is one way or two-way slab. Okay? What else? Maybe we can have also introduction to foundation. Okay? Actually, this introduction to foundation is under the course foundation of engineering. But the final topic for foundation engineering is design of foundation, which you need also the basic formula and some NCP specification able to design a foundation. But still, this introduction to foundation, I mean, still in foundation engineering, everything will be discussed there. But we can have also, as I mentioned, an introduction only. Okay? So, to continue with that, I want to focus on beams. Okay? So, how it is possible to design the beam. Okay? So, for example, we have a frame. So, in this topic, I will discuss the overview of reinforced concrete. There will be another video showing to you how to design from the given loads to computation of the moment. Then that moment will be used to determine the size and the reinforcement of the beam for the columns, for the slab, and so on and so forth. Okay? So here, for beam, so for example, we have beam. We have, for example, column. Okay? This is column. Column. Beam. Okay? So most of the time, if we will observe some of the books that they are using, most of the time what you can observe is always designing the number of bars here. Okay? The number of RSB. Most of the time you see like this in the book. What the book is actually discussing is the design of the steel bar located at the beam, located at the midspan. Remember, when there is a load, okay, when there is a load, let's say dead load plus live load, okay, it will deform like this. Okay? So what we can observe is that at the top portion, it will be under compression, under tension. That's why what I mentioned a while ago, concrete is good in compression. Therefore, here, this under compression, you don't need steel bar because this is under compression. While here, the beam section at the midspan, there is tension here. So you need to provide steel bar to anticipate the effect of the tensile force. That is the purpose why we are putting tension bars at the bottom. So most of the time, what we are discussing is the midspan. Okay? So most probably what will be designed is like this. You have here, for example, you have 3. Then you have here stirrups. Then for the purpose to attach these stirrups, you need to provide at least two reinforcing steel bar. Okay? like that, then like that. Okay, that is the purpose. Okay, mid-span. Now, what if we are talking about for for support. Okay, what if for the support? So take for example that you have here column with beam, column. Okay, sometimes, okay, take for example that, or sometimes take for example that the bending will be like this, shear and moment. What will be the shear and moment? This is the shear. Shear and moment. This is the moment. And usually the elastic curve is like this. So for elastic curve, this will be the actual configuration of the beam. Oh, sorry, you did not see. For the elastic curve, this will represent the actual configuration of the beam when you apply the load. What we notice is here, it will be tension, compression, and at this is at the midspan. This is for the support. For the support, it will be the reverse. Okay? This will be under compression, this will be under tension. Okay? That's why when we design beam, okay, always design two types of location. One at the midspan, and one for the support. So if we will look at the if we will look at the concept that we discussed, for the midspan you need to provide, if this is the cross section, you need to provide more reinforcement at the bottom, and here is, it can be less. Okay, it can be less depending on the size, but when we talk about for singly reinforced only, we can have, let's say, 2 for the purpose of your stirrups. Okay, here it may be, let's say, it may be the reverse. You have here 3, you have here 2. Okay, so what will be the detail of the beam? Okay, at the midspan, one, two, three, 1, 2. Then you have here stirrups, or we can say ties. Okay, midspan. So what will be the detail drawing? It will be like this. And at the top will be 2. Then at the midspan, at the support, one, two, three, 2. Okay, this is called concrete cover. This is called stirrups. Okay? Or lateral ties. So, what will be the structural drawing? We have here 3, 2, 3, then 2 at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2. Okay? That's it. This is with span. And this is support. Okay? So again, we are considering singly reinforced. Doubly is another thing. Okay? So,